FSB covert continuity. Okay, now we're going to talk about how to add an element of continuity to your business, regardless of what business you're in. Okay, and we're going to briefly show you how to set this up. A lot of marketers that we talk to, we're shocked at how many of them don't have a continuity element. And as you just learned with the FSB upsell multiplier, adding the continuity element to that actual that order button, to that offer, that upsell offer, can drastically increase your profits. But we're going to take it a step further with the covert continuity by just creating side continuity. And these are little profit pockets that you can set up in addition to your regular products that you sell. Your regular, it doesn't matter if it's a physical product, if it's a service, if it's an information product. You can set these little continuity funnels up on the side, and they'll ultimately funnel customers back into your main product and your main product funnel. So what is this FSB covert continuity program designed to do? Well, essentially it's designed to add more money to your bottom line by pumping your funnel full of with continuity profits on a daily basis. Now, once you get this covert continuity system set up, you can either leave them alone. Each of these little profit funnels, these are mini profit funnels that go into your main funnel. Okay, you can leave them alone, or you can keep adding more and more sources of traffic, and more, and you'll continue to make sales, and you'll be adding more customers into your main funnel. These covert continuity funnels can be function as businesses on their own, and as a matter of fact, some people build entire businesses just off of this model alone, and these are 6- and 7-figure type of businesses. Okay, this system is very, very powerful, and for several reasons. Mainly because you own this micro funnel. There's no affiliate commissions involved with this tactic. Okay, this isn't going to be an affiliate product. This means you own this little side funnel that brings customers in. Okay, with this tactic, you're making money on every single month from the same customer. You're not having to resell. All right, hence the word continuity. Also, you're increasing the interaction with your customers and how much you're dealing with them, so that they get familiar with you, establishing your brand. Another thing about this covert continuity is that it's completely scalable. Okay, the more time and the more money you pour into setting up this supplemental system, the more cash it's going to generate for you in your overall business. And it will essentially allow you to repeat it as much as you want, how often as you want. And yes, I know many of you are thinking, well, you're busy getting your FSB funnel set up in your process and rolling out your FSB multiplier and all of that into one. You may not have the time to set up this covert continuity system. Well, guess what? This thing is completely outsourceable. Okay, you can outsource the entire system. You can have someone, and we're going to get into outsourcing in later modules, but you can outsource this at Elance or anywhere, anything like that, and have the employees in place to set these things up for you, and constantly be building your monthly income, your passive income that flows in without you doing a thing. So the first step is to pretty much identify a continuity-friendly market that goes with your current product. Okay, so if you're in the gardening niche, and you've built the gardening funnel, you've made some sales, and your specialty is selling a book on how to grow tomatoes. Okay, you need to find a market for the continuity system that would supplement what you're currently selling. Okay, not all markets are good for continuity. For example, people who are shopping for, I don't know, funeral homes and things like that, it's kind of a one-time deal. Divorce, that's another one-time type of market. You don't want something like that. But for example, the weight loss market, that's a gold mine for continuity programs. The gardening example that we gave you, people love gardening. Hobbies, people, anything that's a magazine that the magazine's built around it. We went over this when picking your niches earlier, can pretty much be a continuity market. More than likely, you already are in a market that has continuity elements in it. I say this because by chance, if you're somehow providing a product or service that really doesn't fit a monthly continuity type of product, a supplemental product, well, you're going to add one to it from a different market that's parallel. So if you did choose, for example, if you are selling divorce type of information for how to make it a smooth and easy transition for divorce targeted to men, well, your continuity product that you could easily come up with is how to find a new young chick, or how to get back in the market at a late age, how to get back as get your swagger back as a guy looking to establish a new relationship. And there's your continuity market. yet it still goes hand in hand with your funnel. You don't want to just, scrap your funnel, but you want to supplement it so that you can ultimately bring in more revenues on an ongoing basis. If you're not sure and you really want to try to identify if your market is continuity friendly or not, just head over to Google and see if there's some PPC competition. Look at the AdWords ads, see if people are over there advertising. If they are, that's one thing that you can check out. If you see, generally speaking, at least 2 ads, then you probably have something going. Go to ClickBank. Go to the marketplace. Check out the marketplace and see if you see successful ClickBank products for the niche that you're thinking about building a continuity funnel in. All right, if you see those, then more than likely, then you have a winner for your continuity friendly market. And again, this is just for people who aren't sure. If it's kind of one of those markets that's on the borderline, and you don't know if people are willing to pay monthly for it. You don't see any magazines about this topic, but you think it still may have some potential. Just run it through these few criteria and see if it still fits. Obviously check and see if there's other people selling continuity programs for the same market. If they're doing that, then obviously, there's a market there that's going to purchase it. And like we said, magazines, obviously, if there's a magazine about it, then you have a fit. Okay, step 2, you want to go out and find a private label rights product related to your market. Okay? Many of the good continuity markets have private label rights products available to purchase. And they'll allow you to use these products as starting points. You can kind of develop a full-blown product, I'd say in less than 2 hours, using these private label rights products. If your market does not have a private label rights product already that you can purchase, you can simply combine several articles that you can find at private label right companies into a product. All right, so it can be like a hot tip book. 101 ways to grow bigger tomatoes, and that whole book is compiled of tips and articles. Just as a quick tip, you can head over to master-resale-rights.com, and you can see a huge database here, a huge directory of private label rights products that are available for you to get. And then some of them will be low quality, some of them will be high quality. Just use your head and look and see if they come with sales letters. Look at the table of contents, see what these products offer, and you'll be able to pick out some really good ones that obviously would fit your market. One thing that I have noticed, and this isn't always true, but you can kind of use it as a guide, is that if a product you see has really, really good graphics, I mean that it really stands out from the pack, something like this, or like this package here, then usually it has a slightly higher quality product inside. And it's dangerous to judge it by its cover, but it shows if the person put the work in to the design. And it has to be considerably higher design quality. It can't just be marginal. It's got to be really, blow you away. Then don't use that as the only guide, but that's something that you can set if it's between two and you want to set them apart. Take a look at the time that was put into the graphics as well. All right, step 3, you want to modify the private label rights product and make it unique. There's not a set way that you go about modifying the private label right and making it unique, but just, for the process in general, you can modify the title, add some power words to the title. So if it's called How to Write a Resume, okay, you want to change that to, Instant Resume Secrets, or Rapid Resume, try to rhyme 2 words together, Rapid Resume Writer, system, something like that. Add the word system to it. Blueprint, breakthrough, anything like that. You can think of the power words. You've seen dozens of products. Go to ClickBank and just pull out the power words of all the top selling products, and then add it to your product. So if you saw, massive, cash profits, you can do massive torrential tomatoes, or something like that, and just add it. And by changing the title, instantly increase the value of the product. Also, you want to go through these private label products and with a fine-tooth comb and correct all grammar and spelling mistakes. All right, and you want to plump them up a little. Go to Easy Articles, find some great tips, and find some other articles, and add some great tips to the private label rights product. Add little sections like the Dummies books do. They have little sections that say hot tip or expert tip, expert advice. You want to add those items to really plump up the product. Okay. Then you want to change the graphics. All right, change the graphics around a bit and make them. This is what, if you're going to spend the money, this is where it needs to be, because nothing does more to increase the value of the product than changing the graphics. So if you change the graphics, it's just going to change the entire product and really get it rebranded. And I've shown you how to go, and you can hire a designer, or if you're talented a little with the graphic design, you can do it yourself. Then go in and create a better headline for the little cheap sales letter that they give you. Okay, just create a more compelling headline. You have the copywriting skills now. You have the tactics. You have the swipe file. So go in there and rip that sales letter apart and add your special touch to it. All right. By doing that, drastic increase to the value. Go through the bullet points that they give you and just add this little tip, and you'll drastically increase the conversions. Tell them, and I'll give credit to Boardroom Books. They do this with all their bottom line secrets types of books. Tell them when the bullet point, what page in the ebook that actual benefit is on. All right. So if you're going to say, discover the one secret that you can use to get a job in the next 10 days and have people calling you, ring your phone off the hook. All right. Page 15. Discover the one thing that you should never wear on your interview if you want to consider getting hired. Page 10. That people love that. They can see immediate benefits that they're getting right then and there, on the sales letter. So add those little elements in, and then this private label product, it no longer looks private label. This thing looks like a top-notch product, ready, primed, and ready for ClickBank. Okay, that's what you want to add to this complete makeover. Step 4 is to create your automatic continuity now. Now this is where the magic happens. All right, it's time to really get into the automatic continuity process. Your primary goal here is going to be to sell this private label product that you've made over, all right? But your primary source of income will end up being the continuity that you're going to create in this step. So when someone purchases the private label product, you're going to automatically add them into your continuity program of, say, $5, $10, or $20 per month. Don't go over $30 a month, because it doesn't require, you don't need any type of fancy systems or anything like that. You can do this with PayPal. So let's look at an example. Let's say that you're selling your new, let's go stick with our tomato, torrential tomatoes, or what do you, I don't know, super succulent tomato formula. All right, that's off the top of my head. This is a report for $17. As a bonus, you're going to give them 1 month free into your continuity program, which costs $29.95 a month, or $27 a month. Go ahead and end it in a 7 for a slightly higher conversion. Okay. So then when you create the PayPal button, all you do is you charge them for the $17 for 30 days, and then $27 a month for every 30-day period after that. So they pay $17 to instantly download that tomato guide, and then automatically they'll be charged $27 a month after that. Okay. You can do the same thing in ClickBank, but they're a little picky about the wording. So be sure that you got to really follow their guidelines if you want to stay compliant in ClickBank. But you can do the exact same thing. Now, just to let you know, when you do this, your value that you're adding to your overall funnel increases drastically. Okay, because when they purchase your $17 report, they have to take you up on the free month trial of the continuity program. It's sort of like a forced continuity, but not in the way that the scumbag acai berry companies are doing, if you've ever seen one of those. After that, PayPal will make it very easy for them to cancel anytime, and so will ClickBank. All right. So the question comes. Oh, by the way, when they're in that model, then now they have, they've come into your business. Maybe your main product is $77. Well, now you funneled in a customer into your main funnel, for a lower amount. They're staying in contact with you monthly, they're getting billed monthly, and they're getting content from you monthly. And if they haven't purchased your main product in their funnel, well, now they can. And when they purchase the main funnel product, guess what happens? They're going to be presented with the FSB multiplier upsell, just like you learned, in the previous video. Hopefully, you can see how this whole thing is coming together, and you have profit streams coming in every which way possible. So a lot of times, people at this point, they have questions about, so what should you offer as the continuity content? And there's tons of things, easy things that you can offer, for the monthly content. Anything where you can deliver content over a period of time will work absolutely fine. The most common example is some sort of monthly newsletter. All right. If you're in the field where ongoing information and support is useful, then the newsletter is perfect. If your market uses any type of tools, like a calorie counter or something like a login for weight loss, let's say they can log in, they can interact with other members and track their weight loss progress and things like that, where they have to stay a member to access the software online, the website. You should consider offering up some sort of software program. I just want to take a side note and talk about the software just for a second. A lot of people put too much weight on how they think it's a lot harder to create a software product than it really is. You can go on to it used to be Rent-A-Coder or Elance and freelancer.com and get somebody. You can sketch out what you want to do. You say, well, I have a weight loss product, and no, I have a tomato product, and I want a software where somebody that's web based, where they can log in, they can put their, they can see tomato recipes. Also, they can upload pictures of their tomatoes as they're growing. They can track the progress, and they can, do all this stuff and interact with members. And I want it to have these features. Okay, you could pay somebody $200 to $500 and get that done for you in less than 60 days, and now you have a software product that you're providing access to that, and that's what they're getting with their money. So you don't even have to create new content. They're paying you for the privilege to have access to their monthly content, which is the software. And I have on top of that, I'll let you in another secret. Once people start using it, once they start uploading their stories, talking, meeting friends, uploading their pictures, they don't want to let that go. They want to keep that paying, even if they're not logging in, because they don't want to lose all of their connections that they have inside. Companies like South Beach Diet have learned this years ago. And this is how they have some of the highest retentions, because they have people log in, they have communities, they have friends that they meet on there every day. They have tracking their weight, they have tracking their calendar, they have tools. These are tools that people can't, these are things that they don't want to live without. It's like their coffee. They've grown with it. It's helped them achieve their goals, and they want to log in and use it. So if you can apply that to your continuity program somehow by having a tool developed, then you're going to it just sets you up for easy passive profits, because now, like I said, you don't have to constantly create new stuff. You let the members create their own content by interacting with each other in this members area. In addition, you can offer other private label reports, other products that are related to that, and just do the same thing. Create the product around the private label, offer it to them. You want to make sure it's valuable and it's not just stuff it content. Otherwise, you're not going to have a high retention. People are going to drop out. Okay? You can offer up videos. You can do interviews for people who are experts in the industry. Interview somebody. Find somebody on guru.com or one of these sites and, interview them about their tomato gardening. And this is, this is valuable stuff. You're giving away webinar type of stuff, for free. Well, not for free, but for their monthly cost. So now they see the value in staying a member. So the delivery method to deliver this content obviously is going to be through an autoresponder. You set your autoresponder up to deliver this so that you're not personally creating this stuff over and over again. And think about it. You do a webinar once, and you're going to have a recorded version. So what you do is you create a link, and you upload that link to your autoresponder series. So now that every person that comes through that funnel at some point will get that webinar, that webinar link, and it's just an added autoresponder that goes out with no other continued work from you. Okay? So I hope this is coming together now. Now, another question that comes up is what to do if someone chooses to cancel. Well, at this point, you have two options. All right? You can go into your autoresponder and change the sequence, to 999, which means that they're on the last message of the sequence and they won't receive any more messages from you. But you can still send them messages if you want to just go out and say, hey, go check this out. Then you can do that. Hopefully you won't be doing that too long with too many people. Hopefully you'll be retaining a lot of your people. Or you could do nothing. And this is what we do, to be honest. We let them keep getting the content. We let them keep getting the content. So it's not doing us any harm, but it allows us to still automatically stay in touch and provide value to them. So if they feel like they're getting over on us, well, then that's on them. We're still providing the value. And then when we may have another product that we offer to them, as a result of them being on the list, they buy it, and we end up making more money with them anyway. So it's up to you to ultimately to make that decision. To get traffic, you know how to get traffic at this point. You know more than 99% of most marketers on how to get traffic. If you're at a point still where you have more time than money, then obviously you're going to do the free traffic tactics that you learn with the articles and things like that. If you have a little change, then you're going to jump in and do some media buys, hop on Facebook, target gardening groups for your tomatoes and things like that, like we taught you in the media buy section, or even some PPC advertising on Google or Yahoo, MSN, Bing. Okay. The most important thing with driving the traffic is the tracking. All right. Remember what we said in the media buying section. You have to know how much you can spend per click. You have to know how much a customer is worth to you. So make sure that you take your same metrics that you learned earlier from your free traffic modules, and you know how much your average visitor is worth based on your conversion rate. All right, how much can you spend? What's the total number of sales divided by the total number of visitors? Okay, for your conversion rate. And remember to do all your split tests, do your A/B split test your headlines for these continuity products, just like you would your main funnel product. Test the bullet points, test your order buttons. You try applying. You can really get slick with the whole thing and go and add the FSB multiplier, upsell multiplier to these little continuity products. All right, because these things are going to add up. You may think that you call them little continuity products now, but they won't be so little when you're adding an additional 5 figures monthly to your income. Okay. The key to this whole thing is once you do it once with one product that supplements your main product, scale it out. Okay, and this should be step number 8. Scale it out and do it with all your offers. Okay, do it if you have multiple products. Well, now create these monthly continuities, these covert continuity funnels. Create them for all your products. If you only have one product, well, create multiple covert continuity funnels. All right. The more of these you create, the more prospects, the more customers you're going to funnel into your main sphere of influence, and the higher your monthly passive income is going to raise. All right. Now, if you want to go and you want to raise a quick bundle of cash to pour into your main business, start selling these puppies off. All right. Hop on to flipper.com. It's this little micro continuity project of yours about how to grow the best carrots. Your main product is a tomato video series, but your carrot continuity program, which leads people into your carrot product with your organic vegetable continuity program. If you're done with it, or if the income, you want to cash out the income early so that you can do more with your main product, you can go and sell these things for 6, 7, 8, 9, even 10 times what you're making monthly. So if they're bringing in a cool $2,000 a month just in continuity, well, get ready for a $16,000 payout, $18,000 payout, possibly even $20,000 chunk of change. All right, because you've built a micro asset, and this micro asset is going to give you a nice chunk of change so that you can pour into your business. And what are you going to do? You're going to go grab some media buys. You're going to pump some Facebook traffic into your main business and increase the value of that asset even more. All right, this thing is self-funding. It's is sort of perpetual in a way that every time you add one of these components, the overall value increases, and what you can do with that business as a result increases. Okay, a lot of people were saying, well, in that media buying section, how many people can actually afford the $25,000 Microsoft or the Yahoo direct buy? Well, what's $25,000 if you have a covert continuity program like we just described how to build that brings in $4,000 a month, and you sell it off for 30, 40 grand. Now you have your product that converts, and you're looking extra hard now at giving Yahoo $20,000 to get more traffic than you've ever seen in your life. All right, so that's how you fund yourself. That's the way you want to go about funding your business. Build it from within, without needing a loan from the bank, without having to borrow from friends or family, and without having to risk money that can be otherwise built from within, from your own assets. So add this in one at a time, one covert continuity funnel at a time. Go in and try to set it up, and you will be surprised with the results. Do anything you do in this section, in this module here, you've gotten a lot of tactics in this module, a lot of stuff that most people build businesses around all by itself. Okay, this is just a small portion of your faster, smarter, better system, your funnel, your overall funnel, and hopefully you'll take action on these as soon as you can, because to add this continuity element to your business is crucial. All right, and to do so quickly and so cheaply. For the results that you're getting, adding $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month here and there residually into your business, well, that's what this is all about. All right, that's profits that's coming in without you putting out the extra work, and that's what you need. That is a faster, smarter, better way to run your business. All right, until the next time, for the next module, take action, test and track everything, and just follow up and continue to build your funnel. All right, and then your business will be growing dramatically just by applying these few little tweaks.